Hey everyone, welcome back to Rockfish Farm. Today we're gonna play in the mud. We've got a horse that will not cross water. She jumps over it, and I want to teach her to walk through it. So we don't have a creek close by. Well, I take that back. We do, but it's such a tight space to work. So we're gonna create our own little creek in mud here. Here's how I'm doing this because we do not have a creek that is workable, at least for starters. And so I'm creating my own. I've got this little ditch here. I've got my hose running. I'm going to leave it running. I have, which you can't see, but I set a barrel up at the pipe that runs under the driveway so it kind of stops and will fill up hopefully right there a little bit. And so I'm just going to work her back and forth over top of this. Doesn't even like to cross mud. So at least this is a really great starting point, and we'll build up with the water and the creeks and all that kind of stuff. Before I get out Reese's Pieces, make sure to like this video, leave a comment to enter into our giveaway, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss anything from Rockfish Farm. This is Reese's Pieces. We call her Reese for short. She is a 6-year-old paint. Yes, a paint. She is registered. She's got no color on her. So she does not even like to step in mud puddles. So we're going to work with her on that. We're going to use just light, soft pressure to get her more confident in crossing water. I'm starting to get a nice creek over here going, so I think this will work out perfectly, and then we'll move on to a creek, an actual one later. Are you ready to play in some mud, Reese? Yes, we just want to introduce her to this and make her a little bit more confident. So let's head over to our creek. My microphone is not working today, so yes, we hear you. We hear you, both of you. So my microphone's not working. I'm just going to kind of let you watch, and for most of it, I'll just kind of do some narration over the top. But I think it'll be fun to see her jumping around here a little bit. She will not actually put her foot down in this water. There you go, good girl. Good girl. So, a little note here, let me just pause and give her a little rest because she's doing really good. But did you see that one time where I had to get on her because she was coming into my space? And you saw me kind of smack her a little bit. Did I beat her? No. But I also have a very short crop, so it sounds a lot worse than it is. But if you don't, they will plow and run you over. It's almost a sign of disrespect. You know, she may be a little bit of fear, but not really, because she's walked through this several times now, and then she wanted to kind of come into my space and plow me over, and I needed to quickly get her out there. And so that's just going to teach her, you don't run me over. You leave me my space, and you have your space, and then you walk through this very nice and calmly. So you have to do that. I know there's a lot of people who say, oh, my horse plows into me and knocks me over, and that halflinger that we have in this barn did the same thing to me. He plowed into me and took me out on the ground. I mean, I was scraped all to pieces. You have to set the rules and the standard from the get-go, or you are going to end up getting hurt. So did this little whip smacking her hurt her? Absolutely not. But plowing into me and taking me out on the ground, does it hurt me? Yes, it does. So you have to set the ground rules with your horse from the get-go. So don't be afraid to get in there and show them you know, where their space is and where my space is. Come on. Good girl. All right, so phase 1 went pretty well. Phase 2, I've laid a tarp down to kind of create more of a little pool there because she got pretty good walking through the mud and the little bit of water that was running here. So this will be kind of like step up. You've got to cross the tarp and you got to cross the water in it and you got to step in it. So I'm going to move this barrel real quick and then we'll see how she does. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Oh. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. There you go. There we go. See, it's fun. Yay! Good girl. Now it's fun. And we're even walking on the tarp. Yeah, good girl. Go deeper. Feels good, doesn't it? Yeah. You're making a mess now. Yeah. Good girl. Yes, there we go. Good girl. Good girl. It worked! Yay! I'm so excited. Okay, so you saw her jumping it. That's not what I wanted her to do because that's what she was doing. So I kept putting that pressure on until she walked through. Once she walked through, I took all pressure off, walked her away from this for quite a while, and just stopped with it. So this is a good stopping point for today because she walked through it. She even pawed through it, which is amazing. It tells you she's more comfortable. I thought at one point she was gonna lay down, but I mean, she did so good. And it's just, probably she hasn't crossed that a lot, you know? So you just have to introduce it in an environment where it's controlled And then when you're out on the trail, it's going to become more natural for her to just walk right on through. This weekend, we're taking her to a river. So we'll see what that does because it's a huge puddle, right? So anyways, I hope you enjoyed joining me today with Reese's Pieces and playing in the mud here. And this place is going to be a muddy mess for a little bit, but I'll do this over the next couple days and just getting her to the point where she's walking through it. So that consistency is key, right? So you can't just do it once, expect her to walk through it, and then not show it to her again for 2 weeks and expect her to do the same thing. So each day we'll kind of walk through this, but today was great. Anyways, thanks.